Don't know what you're eating? Today I'll teach you how to read labels. Welcome back, friends. Have you ever found yourself staring at a food label, wondering if what you're buying is actually healthy? Today, we're going to crack the code behind those labels so you can shop smarter and feel more confident about what you're putting in your cart. Don't let buzzwords fool you. Words like natural or low fat might catch your eye and make something seem like a healthy option, but they don't always tell the full story. In fact, many of these products are full of hidden sugars, excessive sodium, or artificial additives. Food companies are experts in marketing. They highlight the good and quietly hide the rest. The goal today is to help you see past that marketing and make truly informed decisions. Why reading labels matters. Think of food packaging like a friendly salesperson. It emphasizes benefits like rich in fiber or high in vitamins, while conveniently downplaying negatives like added sugars or preservatives. That's exactly why reading labels is so important. It gives you the power to make choices that align with your goals, whether you're aiming for more energy, better health, or just trying to eat a bit cleaner. The Nutrition Facts panel, what you need to know. Let's talk about the most valuable source of information on any product, the Nutrition Facts panel. The first thing to look at is the serving size. This is critical because all the numbers that follow, calories, fats, sugars, are based on that one serving. Sometimes a small package contains 2 or even 3 servings, so always double check. Next, take a look at the calories. This number tells you how much energy you're getting per serving. Keep in mind that calories alone don't determine how healthy a food is. Something can be calorie dense and still provide good nutrition, or it can be low in calories but offer very little value. As for fats, the label will break down the total fat into saturated and trans fats. These are the ones to watch out for. While fats should be consumed in moderation, saturated fats are healthy and necessary for the body, while trans fats, often artificial, should be avoided altogether. Avoid foods cooked with palm oil, sunflower oil, and other vegetable oils. Sugars are another key area. Pay special attention to added sugars, which don't occur naturally in the food. These add calories without contributing nutrients and are linked to various health issues. A good guideline is to aim for less than 10% of your daily calories from added sugars, which equals about 50 grams for most adults, but the less, the better. Sodium or salt is also something to monitor. While your body needs some sodium, many processed foods contain more than necessary. High sodium intake has been linked to high blood pressure and other health concerns, so looking for lower numbers here is a smart move. Now let's talk about the good stuff, fiber and protein. Fiber is a type of carbohydrate that aids digestion, helps you feel fuller longer, and benefits heart health. Adults should consume between 25 and 30 grams of fiber per day. Protein, on the other hand, is essential for building muscle, repairing tissue, and keeping you feeling full between meals. Nuts are a great option for protein and fiber-rich snacks. Make sure you're getting enough of both. In summary, when reviewing a nutrition label, you generally want to look for lower amounts of saturated fats, trans fats, sodium, and added sugars, while seeking out foods that are higher in fiber and protein. The ingredient list, reading between the lines. Beyond the numbers, the ingredient list offers another layer of insight. Ingredients are listed in order of weight, with the most abundant ones first. That means the first few ingredients matter most. Watch out for added sugars, which can appear under many names like high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, or fruit juice concentrate. If sugar shows up near the top of the list, think twice. Also, be cautious of artificial additives, such as artificial colors, sweeteners, and flavorings. These may be safe in small amounts, but over time, a diet full of these ingredients can be less than ideal. Another red flag is long, unfamiliar chemical names. If you can't pronounce it, or it doesn't sound like real food, it might be best to limit it. Also, even if a product says 0 grams trans fat on the label, the ingredient list might include partially hydrogenated oils, which means there are still trace amounts of trans fat present. A good general rule is this: the fewer the ingredients, the better. Foods with short, recognizable ingredient lists tend to be less processed and closer to their natural form. Misleading buzzwords and labeling tricks. Let's clear up some misleading claims. When something says sugar-free, it doesn't mean calorie-free. These products often use artificial sweeteners and may still be high in fats or refined carbs. Low fat can also be deceptive. Manufacturers sometimes add extra sugar or sodium to make up for the lost flavor. The term all natural is particularly tricky. In many places, it's not legally defined, so products can carry that label and still be packed with sugar or processed ingredients. Similarly, when something says made with whole grains, it doesn't guarantee that whole grains are the main ingredient. Look for products that list 100% whole wheat or 100% whole grain as the very first item. The most important takeaway here is to always turn the package around. Don't rely on front-facing claims. The real story is on the back, in the nutrition panel and ingredient list. Compare and choose wisely. Imagine you're choosing between two breakfast cereals. One has a bold, high-fiber label, while the other looks simple and unbranded. Once you examine the nutrition labels, you may find that the high-fiber option has a smaller serving size and lots of added sugar, while the plain-looking one has more natural ingredients and less sugar. Always take the time to compare labels. What seems healthier at first glance might not be. Smart shopping tips you can use today. Now that you know what to look for, let's put it into practice. First, choose products with shorter, simpler ingredient lists. When you recognize the ingredients, you know what you're eating. Second, prioritize whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. These often don't even need a label because their nutrition is naturally built in. And finally, be cautious of anything that sounds too good to be true on the front of the package. Flip it over and look at the details before deciding. Final tips. You've just taken a big step toward becoming a food label expert. Let's quickly recap. Always start with the serving size, review calories for context, and focus on limiting saturated fats, trans fats, added sugars, and sodium. At the same time, aim to include more fiber and protein in your diet. Don't forget to scan the ingredient list for red flags like artificial additives or hidden sugars. And remember that marketing buzzwords can be misleading. Now it's your turn. Take a look at a few items in your pantry or fridge and see what you discover with your new label reading skills. And if you found this guide helpful, be sure to subscribe for more easy, practical tips to help you live a healthier, more informed life.